It's day 2 of Draw Everything Every Day, and today we're drawing a boot. Okay, so I didn't like the paper and pencil that I was using yesterday, so today I'm using this one from Sketch Wallet. It's a tan sketchbook, and I like drawing on a tan sketchbook. I'm putting the photo up of the boot on the left. You don't have to use this photo. You don't have to draw a boot. You can draw a shoe or whatever you want to, but I just wanted to pick something that was a little more difficult than an apple and not like as difficult as like a car or something like that. So we're starting off small, and the boot's pretty simple. I didn't leave enough room for the toes. I ruined it. Okay, I'm just gonna draw it again, starting from the toes, so I know I can fit the whole bottom part in. And let me get all of that. Proportions are probably the worst thing. It's just, proportions stink, which is why whenever I can, I will trace so I don't have to worry about proportions. It's time consuming, and that's what I don't like about it. But I think I got the proportions a little better. Now I'm gonna do the top part, and of course now I'm feeling like it's too cramped and I don't have enough room, but I'll make it work. Remember, we're not going for perfection. We're just drawing. I just picked a really tiny, this is supposed to go in a wallet, so I'm sketching on a really small piece of paper, but I think it'll be okay. This is starting to look good, so I think I'll be okay with this now. So now I'm just starting to refine the shapes. I'm looking and I'm saying, what are the major shapes, and kind of matching that. And if you remember, I'm working with generic shapes to start off with. So this is a cylinder. If you take a look, I start everything off with the simplest shapes, like I did with the apple. It was just a sphere. These are cylinders. If you look, the boot part where the shin part is one cylinder, and the toe part is another cylinder. That's really all you gotta look for, is just the most generic basic shapes. Then once you have that, then you could start adding in the form and the folds and the angles of everything. You can start refining it. But just start seeing the three-dimensional shapes first. Remember, we're not outlining what you see. You're drawing the shapes, the general shape of that thing. If it's a head, it's a sphere or an oval. If it's a car, it's a rectangle. For a boot, we're doing a cylinder. Look at that. Isn't that a pretty little cylinder? Yep, I do a cylinder. Okay, back to the boot. So I hope you're all proud of me, because it has been almost 3 minutes and I have not once made a Canadian joke. I can't say a boot without thinking that is how Canadians say about. So today we're gonna talk boots, because I love everything boots. I'm not gonna apologize for that. I'm not. Okay, back to drawing. So now that I have the general shapes, I am refining. And visually, I'm looking at like the strap. There's about 3 of those is the height. And that's how I'm deciding how long that strap's gonna be when I draw it. So when you're drawing things, you're constantly measuring stuff. Okay, this is about halfway down. All right, this is gonna be about 2/3 of the way. Okay, this is 2 heels, wide or something like that. And that's what you're doing, is you're mentally measuring things against each other. So, which is why it's important to get the general shapes right, because if you get those off, then everything is off. So that's that. So that's another lesson for today. I'm really struggling with the fact that this is so close to the edge. It's bothering me. Like, I want just give me a little more room on that side. Anyways, so again, if you look, I am seeing the shapes in 3D. I'm gonna do the little grid pattern here. You can see, I mean, I don't recommend that you draw grid patterns while you're drawing, of course, but if it helps you see the three-dimensionality, I just wanted you to see that. I'm literally doodling in the corner of this. This is bad planning, people. I should have drawn this a little smaller and I would have been able to fit everything in, but it's fine. It's a sketch, and none of you are gonna judge me on this, are you? No one will judge me. Okay, let's get this heel done. It is in shadow a little bit, but look, this is okay. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, I messed up there too. Okay, that's fine. let's get back to the three-dimensionality of this. Let's get back to seeing the form. Do you see how I'm wrapping it around the leather? I'm wrapping it around the shape so you can see the form of this. I think if you could start seeing when you draw, if you could start drawing that grid around things to kind of just feel like you're drawing on a three-dimensional object, like you're literally drawing on something three-dimensional. And I think that'll really help you to start to see the shapes in 3D. Again, this is just an exercise so you can see what I see. I don't recommend that you do this with your drawings except for practice, because otherwise you're going to be trying to cover up these lines, which I will be doing now. But first, pencil sharpener. All right, we are a little over 6 minutes in, and this is about an 11-minute video, and I'm going to be shading in for the next 5 minutes. So anybody want to talk about anything in particular? Because I've got to kill 5 more minutes and I have no idea. How do people talk for 20 minutes on these videos? I mean, I am not an interesting person, people. I hope you're enjoying drawing at least. So, you know, just draw, because that's definitely more interesting than me rambling on about literally nothing. So a lot of you have asked why I like drawing with this black, is it black cherry? Hold on, I gotta go find out. Nope, it's dark purple. So a lot of you have been asking why I like drawing with this dark purple sketch, or Prismacolor pencil. It's because I like the feel of it. It's soft, and it is, I mean, dark purple, it's got this really nice color to it. And I think blacks and grays are very boring. And so I just like it because it has that reddish purple, you know, flavor to it, you know, and so I just like to sketch with it. But I like the feel of sketching with colored pencils or watercolor pencils. It's just, and they don't smudge. That's the other thing. Like, I can rub my hand on it, it's not really going to smudge, which I really like. But yeah, so that's why. But if you guys remember yesterday when I did the apple with a gray colored pencil, it was lifeless. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't gray, it was brown. So I mean, but it was lifeless. But there's just some, I was gonna say juiciness, but there's some just vibrance to this particular color. And I think everybody has kind of like their favorite colors, and so yeah, that's why I use it. But I would definitely recommend finding what you like to draw with, and the way to do that is to try everything. I mean, I've tried pastel pencils, oil pastels, I've done watercolor, I've done oil paintings, I've done acrylics. Try different things. That'll help you find out what you like and what you don't like. Pencil sharpener. Okay, now I can start getting into the detail. So I've got all my shading down. Now I'm just adding in the detail. And if you look, I am not trying to copy this exactly. No one knows what my boot looks like in real life. Well, I guess you all do now because you've seen the photo. But what I'm saying is, I'm just drawing a boot. I just need a design. That's it. So I'm not looking at it too hard. I'm not trying to make it look exact. I'm just kind of just winging it, which is perfectly what you're supposed to do when it comes to art. Don't spend all of your time trying to make it perfect, because that's just, there's no such thing as perfection. But also, we're here to have fun. Oh, and also, pencil sharpener. Okay, we're at the fun part now. So all the hard part's done. Now we're just adding the white. Now I'm looking at the photo and I'm just finding those little pops of highlights. And I like doing it. This part is fun. This is kind of like the dessert of the piece whenever I do these, is those little pops of white. But enough about me and my white pencil and dark purple and everything else. How is your boot coming along? Tell me about your boot. Sorry, I had to do it. There's something about the way they say about that I really like. So tell me about your boot. And I got to see some of your apples that you guys sent, and please tag me. Continue to tag me. If you do not know where to tag me, if you don't have any social media, you can always join our Discord and show me your boot and show me your apple, and I hope you're enjoying this. Again, I will make more so long as people are liking it. I personally like doing the shorts because, well, I don't have to somehow occupy 11 minutes of dead space with talking. Not really my specialty, but I hope I haven't bored you to tears, and I'm hoping it's helping some people. So, please leave me a comment and let me know these things, because I'm just winging it here. I hope we can move on to more and more difficult things as we go, but I'm going to try to keep it simple at the beginning and then move to a little more difficult things. If you have any suggestions of things you'd like to learn to draw, please leave it in the comment, because I'm doing this all for you. Okay, I'm done. That's my boot. What do you think about my boot? I'm pretty happy about it. Well, I guess it's about that time to end this video. Let me know if you enjoyed it, and leave me a comment if there's anything in particular you'd like to draw next. And don't forget to share your sketches with me. I'd love to see them. Thanks again for hanging out, and we'll see you maybe tomorrow if I do another one. I'm going to try to do this every day. I'm trying. Bye.